Guys, what we have here is a brand new Traxxas model 4910 2.5 Tmaxx, which is a 2.5 2-speed with reverse. And the guys, what you're looking at, her name is Caitlin. She's 19. She's from Valparaiso, Indiana. She enjoys, well, cute things and smelling like Katy Perry. She's 5'5", 110 pounds, doesn't know how to spell carbohydrate, but what she's holding in her hand is a brand new Traxxas 2.5 and a brand new Savage 21. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to try to recreate this magazine article from an April 2003 RC Car Action radio controlled nitro magazine when they put the Tmaxx 2.5 head to head with the brand new just released Savage 21. And the Tmaxx 2.5 was released, I think, about maybe a month and a half, 2 months after the Savage was. So what we're going to do, we're going to break in this Tmaxx in this video, and then soon we're going to break in that brand new in-box sealed Savage 21. And once we get both these guys broke into, we're going to do the head-to-head competition they did in the magazine. And guys, just look at that smile. She's enjoying holding that Tmaxx way too much. And you guys might be thinking to yourself, well, how can you compare a 2025 model Tmaxx 2.5 to the 2003 in the article? Pretty simple. Literally the only thing that has changed on this rig is the radio. Everything else is exactly the same, from the air filter to the servos to the wheels to the tires. There is literally no difference. So that being said, let's get this thing out the box. Now, straight up guys, this thing has been on my channel before. When I first started doing YouTube, I did a comparison with this and a brand new 3.3, and neither one got broke in. I just compared the actual physical differences to them. So that being said, not necessarily a new unboxing, but certainly the first time this thing's ever been ran or had batteries in it or any of that kind of stuff. So we've got this, that, the next thing. Now let me make sure. Okay, so there's nothing left in the box. Let me get you guys set up and show you what we got. So guys, let's take a look and see what we get for this beautiful $419 rig. Yes guys, this thing retails on the Traxxas website for $419. Well, let me show you what we get. We get our radio information. We get our charger information, which is funny because it comes with a charger. Your choices are literally a 4 amp and a 2 amp, and they give you the 2 amp. They give you the warranty information. They give you a little bit of like a flyer, which is kind of funny because if you look closely, there's the SportMaxx. If you know what a SportMaxx is, SportMaxx was this car just cheapened up. It was rear wheel drive, it was pull start, it was single speed. It was just an economical version of this 2.5 Tmaxx. You get their pitch for their fuel, you get air filter oil, you get some extra shock clips, or I'm sorry, not shock clips, but you get extra body pins, you get your body washers, little antenna hold down, you get 4 packs of shock clips, you get your owner's manual, you get a really nice sticker kit, you get your warranty information, your registration, you get your easy start wand, easy start battery, charger for that, extra air filter, your tool kit, and your fuel bottle. But you get all this, guys, for $419. Well, let's go and get the lid up this thing and see what we're working. Guys, check this thing out, man. She is beautiful. But listen, I know you heard me seeing my videos a few times that I wasn't doing this 20 years ago. I was doing it now. Here's a little secret. I bought this thing brand new in 2003 at Craft House Hobbies at Military and Cherry Road. A hobby shop long out of business, but I walked in there looking for a little electric Losi, and they're like, man, you guys got to check out this thing. This thing is, these are new, they're awesome, and they're not expensive. I think then they were $3.99. So let's go and lid this thing and see what we're working with. And there's something special about a brand new nitro. But, dude, check this out. So you got your 2.5, you got your plastic pipe, the thinner 3.2 mil chassis. This thing, you know, if you watch my earlier video, they're going to be all Phillips head hardware on this thing. I think the only actual hex hardware is in the motor mount, where the motor mount bolts to the chassis. Let's go and get this thing ready to rock. All right, so I went ahead and powered up the transmitter. She comes on good. Let's go ahead and put batteries in it. And from, I think I restored about 9 of these this year at this shop alone. And yeah, guys, you see them in the collection. When I start do random, you know, walkthroughs, you'll see a bunch of 2.5 Tmaxxes. But one thing I know is this thing is going to take double A's. because as far as I know, the only short wheelbase Tmaxx that ever took a hump pack, and I'm stressed short wheelbase 2.5, was the 4909, and that was the first incarnation of the 3.3 Tmaxx. I did a video of that one on the channel not too terribly long ago. It turns out I had bought one for my buddy Armando after fighting with him that somebody put a 3.3 in that Tmaxx because it had the little black plastic pipe. But it turns out it was just the 2006 4909. That was the year before they put the long wheel, they came out with the long wheelbase. So let's see if this thing is going to have any of the good. We're going to leave that lay right now. Let's go ahead and turn on our radio. Turn on our power switch. Let's see if she does Tmaxx things. Oh yeah, guys, I forgot to mention. Okay, so the 3.3 comes with a 2070 servo. The 2.5 comes with a 2056 steering servo, a 2055 reverse servo, and I believe a 2065 throttle servo. So she's doing the thing. Reverse works. Let me go and get this thing buttoned up, and I shall be back. And guys, just a really quick note on the antenna. So they gave you the antenna tubes kind of crammed under the air filter. That's what this little nut's for, and that's what this little tool's for. What you're going to do is pop the end of it off, the little rubber cap. Take your antenna. Whoops, I just whacked my camera. Throw it through a little hole. Get her all the way through the tube. And the tube's always going to have a bend on it, so I always just sweep that one back a little bit. Push her into a little holder. You take the little cap, you drop it down, take your little tool, you drop it down, and that little tool squeezes the antenna tube so she doesn't come off. And once you're done with that, take your rubber cap and just cram it down the end of the antenna tube. They gave you the perfect length to give you a little piece of that plastic on the end of it, and that just kind of keeps the antenna tube from flying back down the hole. Alright guys, so I got the toque on this thing. I'm warming the head. And this is my opinion. I'm no professional. I am a simple amateur. But this is a 2.5. It's a ready to run, low compression, decent RPM engine. You don't have to preheat this thing every time you run it. I only preheat them when they're brand new. And this time guys, let me show you, because if you watch the Revo video, now that thing kept on locking up. I actually see the red light and I could feel the heat coming off of this thing. I touched it before, I didn't even notice that it wasn't on, but I had to preheat the Revo to get it running. Now we have our 2008 Traxxas 33%. I burned through a gallon. I mean, dude, this thing's so cool. They literally soldered the handles on these things. But 2008 Out of Control Hobbies, this was $27.99. So this is my second of 8 gallons that I got to get through. So the only reason I'm running it, guys, it is sealed. And more importantly, put your nose to it. If it burns your nose, you've got good methanol. So let's go and get my fuel bottle filled up. Alright guys, she's nice and warm. I vote we grab our easy start. I actually left the battery, another one the way it is, because I got a couple of these things. The toque's on its second cycle, so she should be nice and warm. And also get your finger on that flywheel, make sure she's not sitting on top dead. I've noticed a lot of these Traxxas cars, you know, the guys whose one job was to make sure the thing wasn't sitting on top dead, you know, with the pinching up and pinch when it's being shipped and being sold. Well, this guy was the same way. She was sitting at top dead, but she was pretty easy to get down. So fuel clamp is open. There's no fuel in the fuel line, which you can see. I don't know if you can see that on the clamp, but we're just going to go ahead and see if she'll do 2.5 Tmaxx things. All right, that sounds pretty good. Let's go and give her a little prime. We'll give her just a little tiny bit of throttle, guys. guys, so this one wasn't great. I had to adjust the throttle linkage and reset the carburetor. Now, any 2.5 or 3.3, your carburetor settings are simple. High speed needle is 4 turns out, low speed needle is flush. It was about 3 1/4 turns on the low speed needle. So I got the idle down where I needed to be. We're just going to take her, we're going to run it through probably 10 minutes of a heat cycle, and we're going to shut it off. So that was 207, about 10 minutes of running, maybe quarter tank. We're just going to shut her off. We're going to let her cool down, which I think I have her off anyway. And we'll be back for our second break-in, or our second tank, or our second cycle. Guys, so 211, great break-in temperature. You could tell that my idle's starting to clear up. What I want to do, and I put it in reverse, that way she does take off, she bangs into the pole, and I don't have to worry about her, you know, running off the table. Plus, I wanted you guys to see the tank, because I'm maybe a half a tank into my second heat cycle. Because remember, guys, this is not about tanks. This is about heat cycles. 10 minutes on, 20 minutes off. 10 minutes on, 20 minutes off. 10 minutes on, 20 minutes off. Then you go play with your toy. You'll see we're going to have to lower the idle down, because the more she breaks in, the more the idle goes up. This guy's about ready for tires on the ground. Well, today's a new day. So yesterday we got a bunch of running footage of this thing, and somehow it got recorded double speed and I couldn't fix it. So it's the next morning. We're going to fire this thing up. We're going to run it through the parking lot and show you what she does. Now she's going to be a little coggy on that neutral bearing because of the reverse, but other than that, she's running pretty good. Once she gets fully broke in, we can bring the idle down where she needs to be. Guys, this girl is spicy. I like her. She runs good. Wheelie's very nice. She's going to need a wheelie bar, and I'm hopeful that, you know, the 3.3 wheelie bar is going to fit this thing, because it is going to be required. Now listen, guys, for $419, I cannot recommend this car enough for your first Nitro. This thing is a blast. I remember it like it was yesterday, 23 years ago. Listen, next step, we're going to get that Savage out. We're going to break that thing in. The only thing left we got to do to this car is get it one more tank through, get the idle down so the reverse works a whole lot better, because it's got to be at a lower idle, because it's got a neutral clutch in the transmission that allows the reverse. Remember, this thing does not have OptiDrive. But listen, guys, I will see you on the next one.